Hello everybody, welcome to On the Air with VA3EWV. This is our AllStar EchoLink evening, and I'm just getting set up a little early this time. So I feel like I'm always running behind when I try to start it on time. So I'm getting everything set up right now. That way I'll be ready to go there when everything starts. We'll go. Yeah. Getting logged into my software there and going to get everything tested so I can make sure it's working. Do me a quick EchoLink test to make sure everything's working right. I got 10 minutes left in the ball game, so I'm just going to go do that now. I'm going to connect and see how I sound. I'll do an audio test here. What's going on, Tim?
KE4DYI connected to VA3EWV.
Everybody's always talking about my sound, so I'm going to test first before I start my EchoLink tonight. Victor Alpha 3 Echo Whiskey Victor, testing 1 2 3 4 5 5 4 3 2 1, testing.
Audio level is normal. Victor Alpha 3 Echo Whiskey Victor, testing 1 2 3 4 5 5 4 3 2 1, testing.
Okay, so that was said as normal. Let me go to the other one. That was AllStar. Let me go to EchoLink and try that. The test.
Node 3307778 connected to VA3EWV.
Kilo Oscar 4 Lima. I see you in there. I was just testing on the Parrot channel for EchoLink and AllStar. How am I sounding on your end before we get started there?
Good afternoon, sir. This is Kilo Oscar 4 Lima. Name here is Lloyd. I'm on the east side of South Carolina and just tuned in your live stream on Facebook. Brother, you're sounding good. EchoLink is doing well for you today. And I'm pleased to make your plans. And I'll turn this scanner down I got here. So it won't go through, but brother, you're sounding good, man, and enjoying your videos there. Over to you, VA3EWV Victor. This is KO Foil.
Thank you very much there. And I always get excited when I hear that somebody watches the videos. My kids roll their eyes every time I talk about radio. And they're like, yeah, okay. And they're like, Dad, you know nobody actually watches those videos. You're just doing it for yourself, eh? But I'm glad to hear that you do watch those videos. We'll be bringing you in there shortly there. Okay, Kilo Echo 2, Charlie Victor Bravo. I see you come in too. I'm just setting up there. Thank you guys for joining in. I'm going to be connecting to the local repeaters and all that stuff like that. Kilo Echo 2, Charlie Victor Bravo. Let's get a sound test from you right quick before we get started.
Node 3 2 3 1.
Kilo Echo 2, Charlie Victor Bravo. 1 2 3 4 5 5 4 3 2 1. QTH Brooklyn, New York. 3 miles south of the Brooklyn Bridge. QSL.
QSL on that. You sound pretty good this way. Thank you so much. Let me get us connected to the local repeater and we'll just keep on going. This is Victor Alpha 3 Echo Whiskey Victor, VA3EWV. Anyone on frequency, over? Hey, Tim. Hey, Tim and James.
I haven't heard anybody for quite a while, Ernest. VA3EWV, V3XID.
Good evening there to you, Jim. It's Friday. You know what that means. I'm about to start my little EchoLink and AllStar Net. We got about 3 or 4 people on there already waiting for 8 o'clock to pop around. So I'll be adding this repeater to the chat there for the locals, and we'll keep it on moving after 8 o'clock there. VE3XID, good evening to you from VA3EWV. And like I said, we'll be back in about 6 minutes.
Okay, fair enough, Ernest. Yeah. We'll just be sitting here waiting. VE3XID.
okay. We're doing pretty good today. I'm glad I'm getting started like this. That's for sure. Your audio on the live feed is low. Oh, this live feed is low. Let me see. Well, the volume's already up, all the way up. Let me say. So I might have to talk a little bit more into the mic there. Okay. Well, I need it.
Kilo Echo 2 Charlie Victor Bravo.
Kilo Echo 2 Charlie Victor Bravo. Come on in.
Yeah, man. Good evening. Quick question. When is it next time you going out to do POTA? I got you on the live. What was it? Last week or earlier this week or whatever. I heard my call sign. I checked on the live. I'm like, there I am. Hey, Roger.
Yeah, I love that. I love the fact that and I've been sharing the links and saying, hey, look, you could probably hear yourself out there. Now, my plan is to go tomorrow or Sunday. I'm trying to get something out because, with today's technology and stuff, there are people that can spot you. And with the POTA app, you can actually tell people that you're going to be out there at a certain time. So what I think I'm going to do is just make a decision right now as we speak to be out there. Well, let's do it like this. What's a good time for you that you're not? What's a good time for you in the evenings there? Your video is set to mirror image. I don't know how to change that on.
Well, for me, usually any time. The only issue is I can't be out there tomorrow because I'm also a remote helicopter pilot, remote control stuff, and I have to do an event tomorrow out on Long Island, and that's going to take all day. I don't know what time I'm getting back into to Brooklyn, so most likely it might be Sunday late afternoon, because I have another event I got to do in Indiana starting next week. Friday I'm leaving for Indiana and I'll be there for 11 days, but I am taking a station with me. So, I'm trying to work my magic there, right?
I hear that. Well, I do know that Radio Amateurs of Canada have a little, I don't want to say competition, but they have something going on. I don't have it in front of me, but I just found out about it last week by a guy named Dave, who was my instructor for my advanced course there. And I know that there's about 5 days left. So the plan is to spend some time with the XYL, but I'm going to get out there Saturday for sure. For a bonus, if I can get to go on Sunday, I'll definitely go for a bonus round on Sunday. And I'll try to do the evening again because there's these late night points, Monday, I come back home and I do my own net with the Seaway Valley Amateur Radio Club. That's every Monday night at 7. And then Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, I'm going to definitely plan on either Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday. Let me look at this calendar right quick while we're talking. Tuesday, Wednesday, or Thursday, I'm going to go out to a new park there. Yeah, so this thing's going to end on the 31st. So Tuesday and Wednesday for sure, I'm probably going to be out there. I'll put it down and I'll put an event up for sure. And I'll try not to get my dates wrong like I did for my first POTA thing. I was so excited. I kept saying Saturday the 14th and it was actually Sunday the 14th. So 4 or 5 people actually showed up on the Saturday. And I really felt bad about that because I was back there trying to put a pool in my backyard there. Over.
Yeah, Roger, man. Stuff happens, man. I don't know, man. I was in the police department for 21 years. I've been retired for 14. And sometimes when I got back into radio, for whatever reason, like all my contact times with the UTC, I was subtracting hours and doing all kind of stupidness and trying to figure out why my QSOs were getting rejected due to time. So it happens, man. It happens there, Roger.
That's right. There you go. And with that, I'm going to get this one kicked off today. Get this net kicked off. It is 8 o'clock. Thank you, everyone, and welcome to On the Air with VA3EWV EchoLink AllStar Edition. Every Friday night at 8 p.m. Eastern time. And when I become a real ham, I'll be able to tell you UTC time with that at the same time. Wait, I think I put an app on here. So that's UTC is, I guess it says it's 12 a.m. tomorrow on UTC time. By my QRZ clock there. Welcome, everybody. Today might as well be the topic of what you're doing this weekend. We'll get that kicked off. So what are you doing this weekend? If you ever dealt with any parks on the air or summits on the air or anything else on the air, that seems to be the topic right now. Our club had never talked about it, and we're starting to, well, I kicked it off there. I'm hoping that we do it. We were supposed to do it at the end of this month, and that we've had it changed to be the first weekend in August, I think. Anyway, let's get on down the line here. I'm looking at about 7 people out here on my side there waiting to go. So, good evening, everybody. Thanks for supporting me, first of all, and thanks for supporting the hobby. We're going to start down the list here for whoever came in first, and I have it right here in front of me. So let's start tonight off with Kilo Echo 2, Charlie Victor Bravo. What you doing this weekend, and are you interested in any parks on the air?
Roger. Good evening, everybody. And yes, you are right. It's 001 hours Zulu tomorrow. That's what it is. Name here is Eden, Echo Alpha Tango Oscar November. We are located 3 miles south of the Brooklyn Bridge in beautiful Brooklyn, New York. POTA. I am part of POTA. I'm registered. I have not gone out and done any activations, but I definitely support activators when they're on the air. Was fortunate enough to be able to catch Ernest and his partner out there the other day on the live. And actually, when I played back the video, I heard my call in there, and I actually saved that slice and handed that off to my godbrother who's trying to become licensed. His name is Anthony Evans. I'm sure you saw him on your Facebook page. This weekend, I'm a remote helicopter pilot. I fly miniatures, but they're not toys. I have to do some factory demos out in Long Island for the 2 companies I work for, Contronic, Germany, and Futaba, Japan. So I'll be doing that all day Saturday. So whether to get on the radio, who knows? I will definitely be on the radio late Saturday night and definitely Sunday. I just picked up another radio, a Xiegu 90 for QRP to complement my little orange radio that I have from 2SDX. So I'm going to be doing some things, and that's pretty much all I got going on for the weekend. Kilo Echo 2, Charlie Victor Bravo, back to net.
Hey, look, I've said it to you before. Thank you, by the way, there. Kilo Echo 2, Charlie Victor Bravo, VA3EWV returning. I've said it once, I've said it twice. On my webpage there, I would love for you guys to celebrate and to post anything that you enjoy, any of your hobbies. I would love to see it, right? So definitely post some pictures of that, because I will definitely want to see it. And for my guy out there that might come in here later on, he does a lot of music. I would like to hear some of that too. Thank you very much for coming on in here. Let's go down the line there. Kilo Oscar 4 Lima. Come on in.
Good afternoon, gentlemen. KO4L. My name here is Lloyd. I'm in Florence, Darlington, South Carolina. One of the NASCAR tracks. If you follow the NASCAR races, the Southern 500, I know you guys are pretty far north, so you may or may not be familiar with it. And I am licensed since 1991 and been loving this hobby ever since. I actually liked it before that, but it took me that long with work and everything to get licensed. So I've enjoyed seeing you, Ernest, on the Facebook and everything. So this is my first time coming in. I won't hold it, but the weekend, let's see. This is my last working weekend. I am officially retiring next Friday. Actually, Thursday afternoon at 5 o'clock will be my last when I sign out on on the air. I am a communications technician for the South Carolina Forestry Commission. So I'm turning all that over to somebody else, and they can run with it. Since I've done it for 29 years, I've done my time. I'm a business dog. I'm realizing in the last couple of weeks what I won't have access to anymore, which is all the inside scoop that's happening around the state. But it's time to let somebody else have it. But yeah, extra class, I have never done POTA, but guess what? There's 2 parks within about 15 miles of me that I may have to go out and activate. I do have a vertical antenna that I can do it with, and I do have a portable infrared that I could probably work with it. And, just watching you guys doing the videos, I think I may have to get out there and have some fun too. And I have all this, quote, extra time that they tell me I'm going to have in retirement. With that, I'll turn it back and drop it. VA3EWV and the group K04L Lloyd.
Thanks for being out there tonight with us, Floyd. You know they're lying to you. I'm telling you right now, they're lying. Why they always lying? You ain't gonna be having no free time. We have lots of retired folks in the club here, and one guy even told me the other day that he wished he could go back to work so he can get 2 days off. QSL.
Roger that. Yeah, my wife came to help me unload the office, and of course the supervisor, he's like, I know you got a list of stuff in to do. She started talking. I went, see, that's why I would be hanging around. You can be disappeared and stuff on you. And she came before you.
All right, thank you for like I said, thanks for helping me out there, and thanks for supporting me. It does mean a lot, I do have a lot of outside support outside the club here and stuff like that, and you guys make me go out there and do it every time. There's a lot of stuff I won't do that I wouldn't do. When I went out there this past Wednesday by myself, I've always had people in my club to support me, right? Someone was always, Ernest, I'll go with you. And on Wednesday, I was like, whoo, I'm going to be solo. I also had a battery failure that day for people who were watching, and the Anderson connectors just disintegrated right before my eyes, right when I was about to get in the heat of it. And I'm like, no problem. I had my handy talkie right there beside me. I just picked it up, looked at the camera. Can you guys spot me on national calling frequency? And I kept the hammer down. That's what you do it, right? I had all these people like, even my wife, she was like, oh my God, I thought you were going to fall apart there. And I could have done this and I could have done that. But I'm going to be bringing 6 of everything with me next time. So thank you guys. Thank you guys so much. Okay, let's keep it going down the line. Victor Echo 6, India Delta Kilo, come on in. I do want to say that I keep forgetting that. Victor Echo 6 India Delta Kilo is a repeater out of Alberta, Canada, Spruce Grove actually, that comes in on the channel. So let me just say this to that repeater. If anybody's on the repeater out there in Spruce Grove, Alberta, and you want to come in and say hello, please come now. Okay, nothing heard. Let's keep it going down the line. And yours truly, James, that's here with me almost every week. VA3JPX. James, come on in.
Hey, Ernest, and good day, everybody. VA3JPX. James in Ottawa, coming to you via EchoLink on my phone, and I got Ernest on the big 55-inch TV in my living room. So we're kind of doing it that way. That's the way I do it every Friday. I was watching you live, your last POTA, Ernest. I noticed that you're having some trouble with those Anderson connections. When you went simplex, somebody said just push the wire back in or something to that effect. And I think you did that because I heard you on some of the SDRs after that incident, and you were transmitting. So did that fix it? And if not, what's the problem with the Anderson power poles? Were they not crimped properly in with the wire and the clip, or what happened there? Back to you.
VA3JPX, VA3EW returning. Well, here's the thing. I can tell you. The battery was brand new. Only taken out because, remember, my wife bought me the radio. This is not going to be a long story, but my wife purchased me the radio. And then I went and purchased the battery straight from some company. It was over $300 for the battery, okay? All the things that you see me do up to that point, I've used other people's equipment. When I went to my first POTA out there with VE3EZB, he brought his system. When I did field day, everybody used their system. That was the first time that battery had been out. No, second time. Because when I brought it to Cooper Marsh, when the vice president of the club was there with me, VA3HWF, my radio was kind of like going in and out, and I thought it was something wrong with the connectors around the fuses. But we happened to move it in one place and it stayed, so I didn't think anything about it. When I brought it for my solo flight out there, I couldn't, if you were watching at the beginning, I had a little bit of a frightening stage because I didn't think the radio would turn on. So I just happened to move it in a certain place where it clicked on, and I'm like, please, radio gods, let this thing keep on working. And it did. But when it went out all the way. When I went to go look at it, the Anderson connector for the red side was all broken apart on both sides. And remember, nothing has been touching this stuff. It's not like something was on it or leaning up against it. And the black side was fused together. I literally had to pull the black side apart. So I can't tell you what happened, but I brought it over to my friend's house, VE3EZB, yesterday. And he put all brand new connectors on both sides and all that stuff. We tested it out, and then that was it. So I'll be bringing it back out tomorrow and see what's going on. I hope that answers your question, VA3JPX. We're going to send it back over to you. All right.
Okay, yeah, no problem. Yeah, I don't know. Some people swear by those Anderson connectors, and some people despise them altogether. I myself don't have any experience with them. I'm assuming they're properly rated for at least 50 watts, if not 100 watt transmit out, solid carrier, I'm sure. So I don't know. But anyway, you got it fixed, so that's good. I was a little bit concerned because I know the AC radios like the back of my hand, and when they power down abruptly, sometimes, at least with some of the older ACs, like the 857s, for an example, if it loses power abruptly, consecutively, or at least more than once in a short period of time, it ends up wiping part of the EEPROM out, and it has to go back, at least that radio had to go back to the factory to get reprogrammed and recalibrated. So I'm not sure if the 991s are like that. I sure hope they're not. I think technology's come quite a long way, and if that type of problem is not corrected by AC, I think we've got a bigger problem in our hands. But anyway, glad you got it sorted out, and we'll look forward to the next time you're live and on POTA, and maybe I'll try and work you on a POTA station if I'm in the shack. Back to that control, the A3JPX.
Thank you so much there, VA3JPX, and hopefully, I'm not trying to promote anything I do on to anybody else, right? I don't try to tell everybody that EchoLink and AllStar is where it's at, but I just want to let everybody know tonight that's on the net and watching later on. When I had my basic with nothing, okay, I was only able to do, well, you guys know what you can do with basic. So local repeaters that were mostly quiet, but I made sure that wasn't the case. And still here a year later, there's usually a morning QSO every morning on the local repeater that we're attached to right now, VE3PGC. So I made sure that was going on. So we can't say in our town that nobody's ever on the radio, because at least once a day someone's on there, besides the person that calls out the time and all that stuff. So if you want to make it happen, you got to make it happen yourself. Get out there and press that push to talk. The only way I can get outside to go outside of Cornwall was EchoLink and AllStar. And what was so great about that, the guy who created it, Jonathan Taylor, there's a CQ thing on EchoLink. So I was able to go out there and pretend to be on HF and call out CQ on EchoLink and talk to distant stations. So that's why I'm still keeping it alive today, Mainly for those hams out there that did not get their basic with honors, that can't talk. Also for the folks that their living quarters don't allow them to be on regular HF. So we're going to keep it going. So thank you for everybody out there. We have a full lineup. Let me quit jaw-jacking and get down this line here. We just got VA3JPX in. The next station that came on in after that was VE3 Tango Bravo India. VE3 Tango Bravo India. Come on in. We'll wait for them to come in, folks. See what happens with that. Okay, I think I might have been talking too much and they went to sleep there, but we'll come back on. We'll come back on Victor Echo 3 Tango Bravo India. We'll come back to you there, and let's go ahead and bring in Whiskey 2 Tango Tango Sierra. Whiskey 2 Tango Tango Sierra. Come on in. Uh-oh, is something happening out there? Okay, it might be because a lot of these things they never established, but we'll wait. And if you can come on in later, please stand by and come on in. Next up, NX3F. NX3F, come on in.
Hey, good evening, Ernest. NX3F here. Checked in kind of late here, so I don't know what y'all were talking about, so I'm going to turn it back to you. Everything is for a change nice and cool down here today. Humidity's much lower. It's still warm, but the humidity is much lower. We had a couple of storms that came through and dumped quite a bit of rain, but right now everything's kind of settled. So back to you. Back to net control from NX3R.
NX3.
I've worked a couple of stations.
Yeah, you're on my live. What's up?
Station, when was that? Last
in the
week.
pool with his grandma.
You and the other fellow there, I don't remember his name. And I also got on there and made some other contact with some other fellas, just to make the contact and spread the cheer. But I've actually never really gone out and did any POTA per se, Ernest. Go ahead, back to net control.
Okay, well that's, I was a little distracted there because my grandson there, he's a diabetic, and his mom was calling me saying, hey, what's going on with his Dexcom? For any of you guys that are out there that know about diabetes, they have this newfangled stuff that connects to you. So I'm like, he's out in the pool with his grandmother, go call him, I'm doing my live. And so they're going to do that. But yeah, as you were saying though, you've helped people contact, but you never have done it. I'm only talking about it because it's something new to me. Remember, everybody, January 2024 will be my solid year in the hobby there, eh? So, and I just got my HF in April, so I haven't had my HF for a while. So to me, all you guys that have been out there for years, some 5, 15, 30 plus years, you see me doing all this stuff because I just got the licenses and the certifications to do it all. So that's why it looks like I'm doing so much. I see this screen filling up big time here, so we're going to keep it going down the line there. Thank you everybody for coming in. But before we take anybody else on the screen there, let's look out for those repeaters. Anybody on Victor Echo 6 India Delta Kilo on that Alberta repeater, if you want to come in and say hi, please come now. Okay, nothing heard. Let's take the hometown repeater, Victor Echo 3, Papa Golf Charlie, VE3 PGC. Anyone out there in the local area want to get on and say hello? Come on in. Okay, no one on the local repeater? No big deal. That's why I'm doing all the stuff out there. Because you know me, I would be getting bored if there was nobody to talk to here at the nighttime. Let's try Whiskey 2 Tango Tango Sierra one more time.
Jersey. I was watching your video the other day. Of course, I contacted you when you were doing your first Buddha, and I seen you had a link to your repeater tonight, so I figured I'd stop in and say hello to everybody. What am I doing this weekend? Well, I'll probably be POTA hunting. I'm not an activator. I am a hunter, and I enjoy hunting. So with that, I don't have a whole lot more to say, Ernest. I am enjoying your net. I'm just sitting back here and listening. With that, back over to net control. Take it away, Ernest, from W2TTS.
New Jersey coming in loud and proud. I really appreciate it. And I keep saying it over and over again, but you guys need to hear it. The support that I'm getting from you guys, especially hearing that you watch the stuff on Facebook, that's not something that was very popular in the club there. And that's why I went and ahead and did my own thing there and started my own YouTube channel and my own Facebook group. But everybody's coming around now, and I'm going to be getting a lot of POTA activations because I see people following me. And instead of sitting out there just talking, have people out there spotting me now. So that's very exciting. I see that we got one of my favorite folks over here that's got me all excited about this because they have their own EchoLink nets as well. And I want her to put a plug in for the old mic net here after we talk to Miss Carolyn. K6COB, come on in. Good to see you there.
I'm sorry, my voice is skewed. This is Kilo 6 Charlie Oscar Bravo, Carolyn in Los Angeles. I just wanted to come in and say hi to you and to support you. All that you do is exciting watching you and your enthusiasm and all the different things that you do. So keep up the good work. The Los Angeles Amateur Radio Club is planning a POTA activation next month, so you'll hear more about it when we get closer to the date. But that'll be us. Anyway, I'm going to say goodbye because my voice is not doing so well. Kilo 6 Charlie Oscar Bravo, back to net 73.
Thank you so much there, Miss Carolyn. That's what I wanted to bring you in. I know you have that morning voice, Everyone, she does a net on Saturdays. It's 12:30 Eastern time, and I think it's 9:30 the time there in California. Like I said, when I become a real bona fide ham, I'll be giving you guys that UCT time. But I'll be putting a link for their net, and because I do it all the time, I'll put a link in the net. And if I'm around in the mornings, because I'm always doing something, tomorrow I'm going to a breakfast there with the grandson and some of the friends at the club. But if you're able to go out there and hear that net, it's pretty good. They have a great website and stuff like that. They've been helping people out for a long time, the old mic net. So Miss Carolyn will be plugging you in for that. Let's see who we have here. We have lots of people on. I'm almost having to scroll through the list here. If I have not called on you yet because I've lost track of where I was at, please come on in. VA3EWV, standing by. Lose anybody? Come on in. Okay, well, it looks like I got everybody there. So I wanted to say to Lloyd there, he says his first power poles that he purchased were from eBay. I got mine from Amazon. And they were very fickle, I could feel that they were, because I had put the stuff together. You get something new, but you haven't used it yet, and you kind of pretend that you're putting everything together. So I did set my radio up and things of that nature, and it did feel a little fickle there, and they just blew up. So he was saying there, they were not Anderson power poles; they were plastic that crumbled just like I described. Then he found out from another ham that they were fake power poles. So now he orders from Quicksilver, not even Amazon. So take that in consideration. Like I said, this stuff is all new to me. I'm learning. And for James there, when they were saying, just push the things into each other, I was terrified to do that. And I kept looking at it because I could see the metal just touching the other parts of the metal. But as long as it was talking, I'm like, well, we might as well get it done. So that's what we're going to do. We're getting it done. So tomorrow, folks, I will be, like I said, having breakfast first thing. spending some time with the family, as each of us always have to do. So I hope you guys are having a wonderful summer out there. It is cooler here on my side. It's only 75 degrees here where I'm at, so the weather has been a little rainy and cooler. But we're looking for some more heat there. Saturday night, I will be posting it on my website there. I will be posting where I'm going to be at tonight, so you guys will be ready for it tomorrow night. And I'm probably going to be going out for sure on Sunday as well. So I'll definitely have 2 nights, and if you guys can either spot me or put the word out that I'll be out there, I'll be looking for you. Okay, before we do the last round and let everybody say their goodbyes, anyone else out there want to come in and just say hello? Please come now. Okay, nothing heard. We're going to give it back to Miss Carolyn to say her finals, and then we're going to go down the line. So it's going to be in this order. Miss Carolyn's going to go first, K6COB, because I'm looking right at it. W2TTS is going to follow her. NX3F is going to follow him. VA3JPX James is going to follow NX3F. KO4L is going to follow them. And then we're going to get, KE2CVB. Wait a minute. Oh, yeah. Miss Eden's going to be there. And that's going to be it. So, Miss Carolyn, let's go with your finals.
K6COB here. My final is just everybody have a wonderful week. Keep on enjoying your hobby and keep on learning. That's the one good thing about this hobby. There's so much to learn, and it's so much fun learning all the different aspects of it. And you never run out of new things to learn. So keep on at it. And looking forward to hearing from everybody tomorrow at the EchoLink net. It's 9:30 a.m. Pacific time. It's 12:30 p.m. Eastern time and 16:30 UTC time for wherever you happen to be in the world. And my voice is usually better in the morning, so I hope to be sounding better than this. Anyway, wishing everybody a wonderful week. Kilo 6 Charlie Oscar Bravo. Back to net 73.
Thank you so much, Miss Carolyn, and we appreciate it. And we'll be seeing you tomorrow. Come on in, Whiskey 2 Tango Tango Sierra, for your finals there. Okay.
W2TTS here. Ernest, thanks for allowing me to join your net tonight. I enjoyed it, and I'm hoping everybody has a great weekend and go on. I will be hunting. I'll be out there looking for you guys. With that, W2TTS out of Maple Shade, New Jersey. Everybody have a fine weekend. Back over to net control.
All right, thank you so much there, WTTS. The next person we have, if you guys remember, because now it's going down, I think it's NX3F. Come on in.
Yeah, okay. DA3EWB, this is NX3F. Yeah, just a quick note on those power poles. My experience with those things is that if you get the correct tool, you won't have no problem with it. And they are kind of scary put together, but they're really, really, really handy.
And X3, thanks for popping in there, and thanks for telling me about the Anderson things there. I was telling friends of mine when I was back in the 11 meter days before moving here to Canada, every time I went to talk on radio, I had to fix something. So I thought that's just how it was. I've never, like, oh, you guys probably, well, you might have good equipment and stuff like that, but I always had 4th, 5th, 6th, 8th, 10th, 12th hand equipment. So I always had to do like 2 or 3 hours of work on something, just go out and have 30 minutes of fun. So, you know, a real working radio, I don't know how that is. I wanted to make a shout out, though. We got Lloyd there on Facebook. Thanks for joining. Tim's out there on Facebook. Tony's out there on Facebook. Steve's out there on Facebook. So thank you guys for watching and stuff like that. Bernard, thank you for watching too. Denise, Melissa, Anthony, Tony, and Matthew, thanks for all coming in there and saying, and Brendan, and Devin. So I know that Devin has EchoLink and stuff like that. Preston, I'm on the camera here, eh? So if you guys want to just pop in there quickly and say hello, you're welcome. Or at least put your hello in the comment section. Thank you so much. Okay, and thank you to NX3F for that information on the Anderson polls. Let's take the next person, I think, which is KO4L, if I'm not mistaken.
Good evening, everybody. Follow respects and thank you for being here, everybody. And I'm sitting here chuckling because you were talking with NS3F, I think that's the call. I know a NS4F down in Raleigh, North Carolina. So that's kind of funny. The calls are very similar. And I appreciate you being there, Ernest. And man, keep doing what you're doing. You're doing a great thing, and we all learn together. Thank you, sir. See you next week, and I'll be retired when I talk to you. KO4L.
I'm telling you, how to lose on retirement. You know, I never talk politics, and I'm not going to start today, but I will say this. I will cast my vote right now since I'm not at the retirement stage yet. Anybody who wants to put in a 4-day week with 3 days off, you know, you got my vote. I just want to let them know that. I'm just putting it out there in the air. Okay. Let me see who we're at now. I think it's KE2 Charlie Victor Bravo. Come on in.
Roger, Kilo Echo 2 Charlie Victor Bravo. To the last station, congratulations on your retirement. I've been on 14 years, and Ernest is absolutely correct. You will be doing more as a retiree than you ever did on your regular gig. But that's the way it is. The difference is, you can decide when you want to get up and if you want to do anything, unless the wife kind of knocks you in your head and puts you in work mode and honey-do mode. Anyway, congratulations on your retirement, man, and I'm sure the people in your division thank you for your service. I'm sure you will be missed, but they can always find somebody else to do the job. I'd like to say thank you, Mr. Ernest, for doing your thing. You certainly stepped out and doing what you want to do against, I don't want to say against negative folks, but some folks always like to see what you're going to do and then try to follow suit. But someone's got to be first sometimes, and kudos to you. I hope to catch you on the air. I heard a station on HF earlier. It's a Special Olympics, not the Special Olympics, but it's a Special Olympic club call from France. I can't remember it. I'll get it and I'll put it on your page. If you hear those folks out there in France, give them a shout. They're working very hard. I think they'll be working that call until August 11th. I will be in Indiana operating under Whiskey 9, Stroke 8 Papa 9 Echo Bravo. So I hope to be able to hear you guys out there when I'm out there doing my thing, because I will be taking a station and a couple of antennas out there while I'm doing flight demonstrations out in Indiana. This is Kilo Echo 2 Charlie Victor Bravo, 3 miles south of the Brooklyn Bridge. Bid everyone 73s. Enjoy your weekend. Stay safe. And I'm clear.
All right, Eden, we really appreciate you coming in there. And yes, man. And make sure you put up some of those pictures of the helicopters and stuff. I can't wait to see all that. Hey, before everybody goes, I just want everybody to know this is funny to my kids, but I actually have about 6 or 7 songs about ham radio, and I'm slowly putting them up on the YouTube station there, eh? So I have one for my Drive at 5, and I have 2 different versions of that. I have one for Cooper Marsh, the POTA activation, the first POTA place I went to. I have 2 songs for Cooper Marsh. One for the daytime, which is pretty poppin', and then one for the nighttime with a nice little lady's voice on it that my friend VE3RF put together for me. And then I have a couple with Field Day. So be listening around that. You know, we might go plastic. You never. Oh my God, we might go plastic. You know, we're gonna put us an album out on paper and pencil and stuff like that and see what happens. But no, it's just something to listen at. Now I did take some good feedback from a couple of you that watched me on my Drive After 5. When I'm talking, the music was trying to kind of drowning it out, and I realized why, because I have my camera right on top of the speaker. It's already sitting there, so I'll make sure that I'm being heard, not the music, and I never do any music over the air, just so everybody's clear with that. But we're out here having fun, and I know that there are a couple of ham songs out there, but nothing with no bass in it. So if y'all have time, look for Big E Beats on the YouTube station. I think that's it for the people here. One last call, and then we'll be saying goodbye, and I'll tell you what I'm doing for the weekend. One last call. Anybody, anywhere, on any type of mode, come in now if you want to say hi before we get out of here. Okay, nothing heard. Again, I'd like to thank Devin, Brendan, James, Tim, Nick, Bernard, Denise, Lloyd, Melissa, Anthony, Tony, and Matthew. That's the 13 or 14 people there. And then with you all here, it's almost up to 20 people. I wish I'd have heard something from some of the local folk out there, but I'll just catch them around when I get around to them. Thank you guys very much. So this weekend, I'll be spending some time with the grandson. He's here for the weekend. We got a brand new pool up. I'll be doing that. Got to cut the grass. Got to do this, that, and the third, right? Pull some weeds out of all the flower beds. And then try to do all that, get something to eat, and then go out there to those parks. Thank you very much one more time for all the love, for all the support, and for the support of the hobby. Have a good evening. And 73 from VA3 EWV. Have a good night. Okay, presto. Let me turn my camera off. We'll,
Victor Alpha 6 X-ray Lima.
go ahead, please. Victor Alpha, !Lima, go ahead.
6 VA 6XL, Victor Alpha 6 X-ray Lima here from Alberta. I think I just missed the net, did I?
No. I'm in the room until 9 o'clock there. I run the net from 8 to 9. So I'll always wait for stragglers. And also, I've posted it on a couple of sites so people might come in late. The topics for today, because there's still some people on here, the topic for today is what you're doing this weekend. And also, have you ever done anything with POTA or have any interest in that? Come on back. Come on back. You can tell I talk on the CB radio every day too, eh?
What am I doing for the weekend? I'm not 100% sure, really. Probably some grocery shopping, cleaning up the inside of the house. See what the weather brings, because it's lately quite cold, actually, here in Alberta. It's only about 18 degrees outside right now, and this morning was actually 10, so it felt like winter almost. Let me just have a break here. And then POTA. Yes, I have done once POTA, actually. That's when I tried it out and set up the account and made a few contacts, but did not get it activated because I only had like 5 contacts. But I really enjoyed the get-together with the group. We had hot dogs and it was very hot outside of the state. And since then I have never had some time again to do it, so We'd like to do it again, but, you know, once you spend pretty much all day at work, there's not much time left. Back to you. This is Victor Alpha 6 X-Ray Lima.
Victor Alpha 6 X-Ray Lima. Victor Alpha 3 Echo Whiskey Victor returning. Hey, look, I'll just share a couple of tips and tricks. Me, the big POTA expert now, not. I've only been out once by myself solo and twice with 2 other people, but I will tell you this. I've been watching a whole lot of YouTube and a lot of people that I went to my advanced class with for RAC and with my basic with RAC. I see those guys out there doing it, and it's like mini field days for them, okay? Now, I've heard people in Ottawa, where I'm from, and around trying to activate, and even an XYL out there saying, hey, I only need 4 more people to help me activate. She was going on the local repeater and then going to Simplex trying to activate. And then one of the guys, VE3AVP, and also my buddy VE3ARF, they said, hey, we can spot you or something like that. I don't know if my friend Rob calls it spot, but they said, hey, if you go out to a POTA field, have your friends go on their net or on their cell phone, because they can do it, and tell people that you're at that location. And let me tell you, as soon as it happens, all you hear is like a million voices trying to get in there. So I went out 2 weeks ago, got over 200 and something QSOs because I was being spotted. I think the vice president there, VA3HWF, said I was spotted over 32 times. And then when I went to the park there in Ottawa, let me pause. VA3EW returning. When I went to Confederation Park there in Ottawa, and this is across the street from where I work. I passed the thing every day, didn't even know it was a POTA park. Wasn't even doing POTA though, so that didn't matter. But when I went over there and I had my friend spot me there, it was raining. Had it not been rainy weather and my Anderson poles failing on me, of those of you that saw that on YouTube, I'd have stayed probably for another hour and a half. But I walked away there with 63 contacts that night and had to just turn some people away because the weather was just getting bad and it was dark there. But this weekend I'll be doing the same thing. Tonight I'll figure out what times, after I talk to the XYL there, I'll get the times for Saturday and Sunday posted on the net. And then we'll have people spot, and I'll be doing the evening shift out there. My grandson's waving hello. Come on in there, Preston, and say hello to everybody. He's just looking, go, ah. But anyway, that's how you do it there. So the next time you go out, let everybody know that you're going, and we'll sit there and look for you. Over. That's a lot. I just said a lot on the radio there.
Spotting, I think they call it, and definitely could try that. Next time I go out, in the summertime usually it gets very busy, and then other things get pushed away. Have used my code setup for a long, long time. Due to the fact that I'm just working, but you don't want to go out with the 35 degrees Celsius. And get cooking there, so yeah, definitely I should go out and do some photo again, because it's definitely fun. Yeah, nothing else up my side here, and I will be getting close to my location. I just worked, pick up some groceries, because it's one task I want to do, and then a little bit more tomorrow. So hopefully get some sun back and not too much smoke. It's also 73 hours, and thank you for doing that. And yeah, we'll catch you then next Friday again. VA3, EWV, VA6XL. Mobile, and you'll see 73.
Victor Alpha 6, X-Ray Lima, mobile. Victor Alpha 3 Echo Whiskey Victor returning. 7-3 to you, and have a good rest of your day out there. Anybody else out there on the repeaters that want to come in? Also, thanks for representing Alberta there. Anybody else on the repeaters want to come in before we shut her down? VA3WV listening. Okay, have a good night, folks. And for those that are on Facebook, I'm going to play you one of the hits there called Big E on the Waves. So good night, everybody out there. Oh, wait a minute. Pump the brakes. Victor Echo 3, Volkswagen Bug. Come on in there, Rebecca. Mm-hmm.
You know, you can't be too embarrassing.
Ah!
You can't embarrass yourself.
My grandson is saying I can't be too embarrassing. Victor Echo 3, Volkswagen Bug. Come on in. I see Rebecca out there. She's trying to get connected, but she might be having some issues there. I'll probably tell her to go to the EchoLink and for the VE3 PGC and see if she can't do that. Victor Echo 3 with Victor Echo 3, Victor Whiskey Bravo. If you can't connect to my node, okay, try VE3 PGC-L. VE3 PGC-L. Try connecting to that one if you don't have any access, success getting onto this one. Over. So while we're waiting for Rebecca to get on here, we'll pop over a couple little tunes right quick.
Big E's in the shack. Oh yeah. Flip that switch. Now we on track. Spinning those dials, making that contact. Clippers march, we bringing it back.
See, we got bass in there. One last call for Victor Echo 3, Volkswagen Bug. Can you hear us out there? Over. Okay, I'll be standing by till 9 o'clock if anybody else wishes to get on there. I'm going to be standing by. Victor Alpha 3 Echo Whiskey Victor back in the shack here waiting for any other contacts that might come in before 9 o'clock. This is Papa's ham radio music. Come in there and sing. Come on. You're not on there, eh? Come on, let's go. Stacking those points without a care. Can you hear Big E? VA record coming in free. Suicide's rolling, feel that glee. Ham radio magic, just you and me. What? Reaching for the sky. Big E signal never shy. No, never. From Coda's Mars, waving goodbye. Holler back if you're feeling the vibe.
Let me hear you try. Statics dancing, cutting through the noise. Buzz. Big E's transmit.
Pure audio joy. There we go. Uh-oh. Riding the waves.
We surfing now. CQ Coda.
Airways wave.
Give it to them, give them what they crave.
This is Victor Alpha 3 Echo Whiskey Victor VA3 EWV with the AllStar EchoLink net 8 to 9 every Friday evening Eastern Standard Time. Anyone on frequency that wants to get their bean in the pot, please come now. Okay, nothing hurt. Let's finish the jam.
CQ Coda.
Can you hear Big E? Yeah, coming in free. Suicide's rolling, feel that glee. Ham radio magic, just you and me.
Oh yeah.
That's one of Papa's favorite songs. Let's play this next one. Wait, hold on. Oh no, here it is. Cruising down the avenue, feeling so alive. Biggie on the mic, it's a driving 5. From all the world, I'm giving to do. That's the way I move. and radio waves, reaching out like a charm. For Biggie's gone. This mobile radio fun is just so darn sweet.
Hey, can I show them my stomach?
No, let's drive that right. Bringing joy in the funk, keeping it all alive. From all over the bungalows, getting the song, chasing from the rest, taking the song. Static in the air, but we don't mind. Smooth flow, there's treasure to find. It's a radio hero with a tune so mellow in the sea of fun. He's the ultimate fellow. With a voice for now, ain't nobody lying. With a bell, with a vibe, Biggie brings the heat on this long, cool ride. Big E, rocking that drive at 5. Bringing joy in the funk, keeping it all alive. That's right. This is Victor Alpha 3 Echo Whiskey Victor calling Victor Echo 3 Volkswagen Bug. You have a copy. VE3 VWB. Do you have a copy? Okay, let's keep rolling. Let's roll it, Preston. Let's get in the zone. The Jersey from your river taking us home. Big E, rocking that drive at 5. Bringing joy in the funk, keeping it all alive. From all over the bungalows, getting the song. With the Jersey from your river, taking us all home. Taking us all home. Ba-da-da. Neighbors on the porches, grooving and sighing. With a voice pouring out, ain't nobody lying. He's a radio hero, that's what I'm talking about. He's the ultimate fellow, Biggie. Neighbors on the porches, grooving and sighing. With the voice pouring out, ain't nobody lying. Summer breeze, mellow down, feel the vibe. Biggie brings the heat on this long, cool ride. With their voice pouring out, ain't nobody lying. Tell 'em, summer breeze, bring us down, feel the vibe. Biggie brings the heat on this long, cool ride. Big E, rocking that drive at 5. Bring your joy in the funk. Keeping it all alive. From all over the bungalows, getting the song. With the Jersey from the river, singing the song. Taking us all home. I like that bass. It's almost finished. All right, that's it, folks. Okay, let's call it a night. It's 9 o'clock. This is Victor Alpha 3 Echo Whiskey Victor with On the Air with VA3 EWV. Thank you very much for joining us for our EchoLink AllStar Net every Friday night from 8 to 9 o'clock Eastern Standard Time. Have a good night, everybody. 7-3 to you, and we're clear. Boom! Drop the mic. Not really. Okay, that's it, folks. Out there, I'm about to call Tony. Okay.